Hello, and welcome to all my lovers of Barbie, miniature, miniverse, home decor, and all things fashion. I, of course, am your girl Aries, and welcome back to Aries Creative Concepts. Today, we are asking ourselves a question that in 2003, Mattel must have been asking themselves, which is Ken enough? Personally, I think that my Ken is more than enough. But for all the other ladies who haven't quite found their kin, there is another alternative. In 2003, long before Ken became diversified and gave us so many different body styles and face types, Mattel had to ask themselves, was Ken enough? And in their efforts to answer that question, they created the Flava Dolls. The Flava Dolls were a group of dolls that had 3 Ken dolls, and I believe it was 3 female dolls. I don't own any of the 3 female dolls, but I do own 6 of the male dolls. The male dolls were a curious group because there were 3 different face sculpts. I believe all 3 represented here, even though my research says that the gentleman in the red, white, and black is the same doll as the other 3 dolls in the background. But we're going to take a closer look at them all and see if these gentlemen meet the expectation of being a little bit edgier and a little bit different than Ken, seeing as though Ken was more the boy next door. These guys were more like the roughneck next door. If there was an answer to MC Lights Need a Roughneck, I believe the Flava Dolls was the answer. So meet Liam, and Trey. At the time of their launch, these gentlemen were described as ghetto fabulous, urban, controversial because they were supposed to be culturally appropriating, and also because they were utilizing hip-hop culture when hip-hop culture was, I guess, defined as one thing and not the other. But I believe since the addition of people like Vanilla Ice and Eminem, that, hip-hop should be open to all. Hip-hop should be appreciated, seeing as though for the longest time, hip-hop was under attack by the United States government, being blamed for putting images in people's heads and depicting a way of life that idealized the wrong things. These dolls definitely caught all of the heat for their creation. As you can see, each of them has on a super oversized or baggy outfit because at the time in 2003 when they were created, the looser streetwear was the more acceptable thing. So, if that's what was acceptable, then these gentlemen were right on target because each of them has on a unique outfit that, is definitely given urban streetwear. The first gentleman that I would like to introduce you all to is my Trey doll. And Trey was a funny character because Flava Dolls only had 3 basic face sculpts. They had the Trey, the Liam. I don't know if I own a Peebo face mold, but if I do, then I guess the Liam with the red, white, and black would be the closest thing to it. Now, let me introduce you to the fellas of Flavas. This, of course, is my Trey doll. He is a very attractive doll, And I have to be super careful as to what I say today because I do have my security with me. As soon as I told him what today's topic was, he said, "I'll be right there." And he came along on his day off. So thank you, sweetheart, for coming along. And I am going to keep it real respectful. And so should these gentlemen, because, yeah, he said he ain't playing no games. Right, baby?
Yeah, we ain't playing no games, Mom.
Exactly. No games will be played today. So let's stay on topic and let's stay on task. And let's finish showing you these Flava Dolls. Because what a handsome group of fellas they are. Sound okay?
Come on, Matt.
Alrighty. This is my one and only Trey doll. He is the African American doll in the series. He came in many different varieties. That was the wonderful thing about Flava Dolls. Each of these dolls came with different features, I guess you could say. Some had lighter hair, some had brown eyes, some had just a different variation, but they were all still called Trey. So this is my Trey doll. He is dressed in a very nice outfit. Let's take a closer look. This is my Trey doll. He is dressed in black sneakers, blue pants that also rip away to become shorts. He has on an oversized blue shirt. He has on a white, blue, and blue, two various shades of blue, tracksuit, I guess you could call that. But he is a very cute doll, and yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite dolls from this brand or this series. And as you notice, they all have flocked hair. The outfit, while oversized, is very nicely made. As you can see, to achieve the tearaway effect, they have Velcro at the bottom. And I don't know about y'all, but the Flava Dolls had some of the best face sculpts for men, I think. Each of them had like a different look. Even the ones you'll see in the background that look exactly the same in the face, they have different features that make them their own individual selves. But it is his blue piercing eyes that give him just that little something extra, I think. And in case you have checked out one of my episodes of Life with Aries, you will know that this fine gentleman is our DJ in our series. He is named Blue because of his piercing blue eyes. And yeah, I just think that he's a very nice doll. Definitely a departure from your typical average Ken. Now let's take a look at our two look-alike Liams. And these two dolls are a perfect example of Flava's ability to give you variations of the same doll. As you notice, these gentlemen have the same exact face mold. Now, what is unique about them is that while they have the same face mold, one has blue eyes and the other one has almost like a hazel color eyes. One has blonde hair and the other has black hair. But to me, the trippy part about these two gentlemen is that they each kind of look like they stole Eminem's face. Like they stole Eminem's whole face. You tell me that neither one of them look like Eminem to you, and I will definitely say maybe we need to get you a different strength on your glasses, or maybe you need glasses point blank, because in my opinion, and I have to say that, I guess, these gentlemen look identical with the variation of the hair. That is the noticeable difference between the two of them. Because other than that, they look almost exactly the same. But that was the great thing about Flava's. Flava had 3 face molds, but they came out with probably about, 10 different variations of the three gentlemen. And it was absolutely amazing. So if you can't find your Ken doll, you definitely might be able to find a Flava doll that suits your needs. And Flava dolls are easily found on eBay. I saw them ranging in price from $25 all the way up to about $200, which I'm like, I don't think I would necessarily pay $200 for a Flava doll, seeing as though when they were first introduced to the market, they were going for about $25 a doll. So that is definitely a price markup. And granted, it has been since 2003 that these dolls have been out, but I definitely, yeah, in my opinion, the variation is definitely a wonderful feature. But yeah, I don't think that I would necessarily pay $200 for any doll. And speaking of paying $200 for a doll that was reasonably priced in the first place, I would love to discuss really quickly. I know it's a change of topic, but I would love to discuss the Aaliyah doll. I was so, oh my gosh, when I tell you, I was so excited about the Aaliyah doll. I have been the hugest Aaliyah fan ever since I was a teenager when she was out. And yeah, I definitely thought that her music was one in a million and that she was a special young lady. She definitely was a loss to our community and to anyone who loved R&B music because, when she died at such a young age and that tragic plane crash, which was kind of crazy, especially considering all that she had already gone through in her life up until that point. If you don't know her history, do some research, look it up. But yeah, Aaliyah was one of my favorite artists. So when they said that they were coming out with a doll, I'm like, perfect. I can't wait to get her. She is definitely going to be a part of the team. Well, at least that's what I thought. But when it came down time to actually buying her, couldn't get her on Mattel Creations because I wasn't a member and I wasn't joining the membership just to get that doll. That was one. Two, she sold out in like 20 minutes, which was freaking bananas. Like, why they would think that they could come out with a doll like her and not make an adequate amount of them or not just make her available at any store is just kind of crazy to me. Then, I don't know if you feel this way, but I feel like it's a grand conspiracy, honestly. I feel like the people who are available to buy these dolls bought them and bought all of them. Like literally, were like, "Ooh, this is like buying a ticket to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna buy this doll and then I'm gonna put her on these other sites, Poshmark, Macari. Um, I've seen her on Amazon for crazy prices, where it's like the doll came out and she was $55. Thought that was a little steep, but I was willing to pay it. Then you can't get the doll, but then she pops up on all these sites for like almost three times what she was originally. I'm not paying the extra. I'm going to say I'm not paying the five. I'm not paying the five. You will not mark up my price and then try to sell it to me. No, thank you. For all that, I will just take Mama Doll Boss's lead and go make my own doll. She made her own doll, and I thought she was absolutely perfect. So, good job to you, Mama. And if you have not seen her version of the Aaliyah doll, go check that out on her channel on Mama Doll Boss. And yeah, definitely may have to reach out to her or watch that video again in order to create my own Aaliyah doll. Or perhaps I'll just buy an outfit and I don't know, put on some sunshades and try to channel my best Aaliyah. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Because I'm definitely still in my feelings about it. And yeah, if you can't tell, I'm a little salty. Just a little bit. Just a lot actually. A whole hell of a lot. Like, come on now, I want more of my Aaliyah doll. Put her in the store. Put her readily available. Mattel, come on now. Like, y'all do some suspect things. Like, truly, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not like a conspiracy theorist on like race theory or color theory, but yeah, definitely seems like we don't get the same, you know, we don't get the same amount of dolls. We don't get the same lineup of dolls. Every year they come out with a whole bunch of Barbie, and she's gorgeous. Love her to death. But do we need more color variations of the same dolls? I'm going to go ahead and say yes. I'm going to go ahead and put that on record. We need more of the same variation. So if you give me a Barbie with blonde hair and blue eyes, and she's of some new line or some new feature, I'm going to need you to give me a Teresa and a Christy version of her too. Or Brooklyn, Brooklyn and Malibu, the whole thing. I'm going to need you to give me more variation. And I'm going to need y'all to put out more dolls of color. Like, don't put out, I don't know how you just guess. Don't put out 50,000 Aaliyah dolls. Put out 100,000. Like, come on now. Come on now. And by the fact that y'all saw how she sold, like, come on. Y'all need to be somewhere right now pressing more Aaliyah face molds, getting those outfits together, because I definitely want every piece of her outfit. So, yeah, get it together, Mattel. Like, get it together. All right, that was my soapbox moment for this video. I will promise to try to stay on task and on topic. Let's get back to the Flava Doll lineup. Because thinking about the Aaliyah doll just makes me want to cry. And here is number 1, Liam out of 4. And I have to say that this gentleman is extremely fly. He has on little shellhead Adidas. He has on baggy blue jean shorts. He has on an oversized red and white polo style shirt and a little white cap. He is definitely giving a look. I don't know if it's a look that we all necessarily can appreciate today, seeing as though his clothes are like 2 times bigger than he needs them to be. But he is definitely still a nice addition to the male lineup. And let's be honest, he looks like Eminem. Like, look at that face. That's Eminem. I might actually put a picture of Eminem up next to these gentlemen, because yeah, he definitely could be their middle brother. Like, put him in the middle and they would all 3 look alike. And here is a look at this gentleman from behind. As you see, his outfit is finished all the way around. And no part Velcros. His pants actually are on a stretchy cord, or have elastic, I guess. God, sometimes I fumble. Like, I'm trying to think of what to say, and I'm like, yeah, chose the wrong word. And here's how the gent looks without his hat on. As you can see, his hair in a nice little crew cut is very nice. Very nice. They could definitely take a page from the Flava Dolls with Ken in his hair, because yeah, I like their hair a lot more than I like most of the Kens with the molded on hair. Now for today's video, I did take the time to dress all of the gentlemen in the clothes that they originally came in. And his little denim ensemble is definitely giving. I don't know if it's giving what we necessarily like, but yeah, I'm like, okay, this is a cool little variation from what I'm used to with Ken anyway. But same face. I'm going to call it the Eminem face mold. And the difference is his eye color and his hair flocking. But very, very nice. And the great thing that I loved about the Flava Dolls is that they all had articulated arms. Back in the day when all the Kens were still Frankensteined out with their straight arms, he had the bent arm. which is nice. He also has the chest articulation like a made to move doll, and I'll show you that in a moment. But let's look at his little shell heads. Cute, totally cute. And let me turn this gentleman around so that we can see him from behind. Now, I'm not going to undress all of them, but I will show you how one of them looks without his clothes. Super, super detailed. Loving everything about it. Now, let's give you something a little bit different. Now, this gentleman is supposed to be a Liam, but as you can see, he does not look like the other two dolls back there. He definitely has a more individual or a more customized look. I'm absolutely adoring, and I've always loved his facial hair. I feel like that is one thing that they kind of skimp out on Ken. Ken's always like the clean shaven boy next door. These dolls would definitely give you the edgy hip hop lover down the street. I don't know why they chose to give this gentleman a stripe on the inside of his pants versus on the outside like normal jogger pants would be. And as you can see, he has on black high top tennis shoes. Just real simple, real plain. I meant to show you on the other on my tray doll that his tennis shoes actually have a little special design feature. But this gentleman is so striking. Let's say that. And again, I got to be careful with my words. He's not want no problems. But yeah, totally a unique face. And I absolutely adore his look. I feel like I should honestly be saying assume the position because he kind of looks like he's gotten pulled over and asked to step outside the car. I know, y'all, I'm crazy. Don't mind me. As we can see, his outfit is velcroed and the back on the shirt. They are two separate pieces. His pants have an elastic waistband at the top, so no need for velcro or snaps. His hair is very nicely done, nice flocking. And the shoes are easy to get on and off because they have a slit in the back. All in all, a very nicely made doll. It's now time to spotlight my favorite Liam, which is the Liam from the date night set. And the date night set, of course, was unique because this doll came with this motorcycle, which is totally realistic, totally giving me exactly the vibes that I'm trying to get. And his outfit is definitely playing into his role as a biker. He has on a moto jacket in blue, white, silver, and red. He has on denim pants that are made specifically for bike riding, as they have a cushion feature in the crotch area, which is kind of funny. And he has on some really nice boots that I'm going to pull up his pants leg so that we can see it a little closer. But they snap on instead of having the slit in the back. But yeah, loving this gentleman. And I want to say about 3 of the gentlemen came with jewelry on. Lennox is actually wearing one of their chains, and I'll show you that in a second. But he came with this very nice chain that has a flash or a lightning bolt on it. I guess to show you how fast he is on his motorcycle. And he has on a white athletic t-shirt. And he is just a handsome guy. Now, on the series Life with Aries, I only used 3 of these gentlemen. But there is an opportunity for one of the other 2 gentlemen to be added to the series. However, because I am utilizing 3 of these gentlemen, I am going to do a remix today so that you can see them as they will be used in our series. So let me turn him around so you can see him from the back, of course, but then we are going to restyle him, our tray doll, and one of our other Liams. Now that this gen is turned around, we can see that his hair, of course, is that flocked. And I love the color of his hair. It's like that sandy brown, blonde kind of hair. Very, very unique. He has on, like I said, this nice moto jacket, which, you know, for this jacket to be made from 2003 up until now, it's held up pretty well. As you can see, the signs of aging are starting to appear on it. But the quality of these clothes were very nicely made. And his pants again from behind. As you can see, his outfit is 3 separate pieces, and his pants velcro in the back. Look at those eyes. His eyes is definitely his best selling feature. And I like his little facial hair. That is definitely giving a whole nother look from your average standard Ken. I am not
Moving
mad at it.
on.
Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me get these gentlemen restyled so that we can see them as they will be presented in our series. And yeah, the baggy clothes are going to be tamed because right now they all look like they are swimming in their clothes, or their clothes are wearing them. And now with his shirt off, we can see what these gentlemen look like underneath of all these clothes. As you can see, their bodies are not made like the typical Ken. First, they have snap knee joints, which allow them to bend, which a lot of Ken dolls don't have that. As you can see, his stomach and torso is very narrow. I almost want to ask Lennox to take his shirt off so that we can compare. Oh my! I know we outside, but is it getting hot to anybody other than me? And now we can see how these two gentlemen compare. As you can see, our Flava doll has a smaller torso. He has smaller arms, but he is still just as cute. But the Ken doll, or our Lennox doll, is definitely given a little more realistic of a torso. Let me turn them around so that we can see the comparable from behind. And here is a look from behind. Definitely an interesting body shape. Thank you, baby, for participating.
You're welcome. You know I always got your back.
Thank you. Now definitely cover all that up because I don't want no problems. Thank you. Really quickly before I move on, I wanted to show Blue's tennis shoes that he came in. Totally, totally cute. I love the little graphic on the side. And also, let's look at Liam's nice boots. Because I have not seen Ken ever have boots like these. But they are definitely nice, and they open by the snaps on the side. See how they open? Very nice. Very nice boots. So upon a little further investigation, as I was taking these gentlemen's clothes off to restyle them, I realized that these two gentlemen have different body shapes. As you can see, this Liam has more of a realistic torso, whereas though this Trey and all of the Liams behind him all have the same kind of, I don't know, smaller. Let's just say smaller, because nobody is wrong. You know, you're made the way that you're supposed to be made. God made you that way. The Most High made you that way. Then take it. In this case, the creators of flavors made them this way. This is how they were supposed to be represented. But I'm going to go ahead and say, though, if you are going to use one of these gents as your favorite Ken, may want to take his picture with clothes on. Because I don't know if that's going to give the look you're trying to get without his shirt on. But again, let's get these guys restyled so that we can see them in their new roles. Now let's take a look at these gentlemen as they will be presented in our Life with Aries series. I do not have a name for this gentleman yet, but he, as you can see, is dressed head to toe like he's in the military. He is not in the military, but he is a wild little character that's definitely going to be causing a lot of problems. He, in our series, is going to be a rookie basketball player who is just trying to figure things out. And Lennox and Kyle are going to have to take him under their wing. And yeah, taking him under their wing is definitely going to cause them some issues. But as you can see, he's dressed in military gear. He loves hip-hop culture still. He is definitely trying to hang with the heavy hitters, but I don't know if he can be able to do it. We're going to see. And the next gentleman in his restyle is our Liam character, but his name on our series is going to be Kyle. And Kyle, again, is a basketball player on Lennox's team. He is going to be one of Lennox's best friends. And he is not only a basketball player, but he is an entrepreneur. So he's dressed in his suit, giving you, I make a couple dollars, I'm making some moves. And I love this outfit on him. I feel like it brings his eyes out so much better. And of course, we have our blue character, who is our DJ at Club Indulge, and he will also be DJing at a few other places. Keep that in mind for our next episode. And I basically took the outfit from Anthony from the Fresh Doll Rock the Bells series, because he's, a DJ, so he loves hip-hop culture. He is wearing a hip-hop friendly outfit, or a nice, relaxed, chill outfit, and his little joggers and his t-shirt. And I also wanted to put a pullover on him just to make it look authentic. But, blue is going to be an interesting case. He is going to be in a relationship with one of our regular series dolls. He's dating Lauren, as we saw on the New Year's Eve episode. And if you haven't checked that out, go back and check that out. But he's a hard-working little gent. But I'm a firm believer in opportunity leads to men not doing what they're supposed to. So we'll have to see what opportunities he has in our Life with Aries series. But let me know what you guys think of their restyling. Let me know what you think of the Flava Dolls themselves. And yeah, they're definitely some of my favorite male dolls. Well, I just want to thank you, gentlemen, for being a part of today's video. And you all did a fabulous job. And thank you so much, Kyle and Tevin and Blue, for allowing me to restyle you.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Aries, I got you.
Thank you, Blue, always.
Like, you do owe us something, though. You said you was going to feed us, and I'm starving.
Yeah, I did. And I am a woman of my word. So, Kyle, did you bring what I asked you?
Of course I did. I got you on that one. The capsules is behind you.
I am a woman of my word, and I promised these gentlemen food for participating in this video today. Thank you so much, gents. I am going to open up these KFCs with the quickness so that I can hopefully give these gentlemen something to eat. So let's get it open and see what we get. Today, our first capsule is coming in at 74.2 grams. So let's see what we get at that weight. Layer 1 down, layer 2 down. And the 5 items that we received in this first capsule are this closed box of KFC, We also received a box of original recipe. We also received a chicken sandwich, which I will take out of the box or out of the bag so that we can take a closer look at it. We got a chicken pot pie, and we also got some coleslaw, which I am super impressed because I wanted coleslaw and I did not find it the first time around. So I'm very pleased that I was able to find it this time around. Let's get to our second capsule so that we can feed these hungry guys. Now let's take a closer look at these items from KFC. As you can see, we have our coleslaw, which is given a very good depiction as far as I'm concerned. And I like the chicken pot pie. As you can see, it comes in 3 pieces, a bowl and the top, which has 2 pieces, one that can come off and the other one that can come completely off to make it almost like soup if you wanted to. And then we have our chicken sandwich. There you can see is dressed with some kind of sauce. Hope it's not mayonnaise because it's not my favorite. And pickles. And here is a closer look at our chicken, which is super textured, super giving real. I wish you could at least take like 2 or 3 of them out of the box because that would definitely add to the effect. And of course, the bucket, which is just given a bucket, but it's very nicely depicted. I like the image, and all in all, I'm very happy with the miniatures that we have received today. Let's get to opening our second capsule. Our second capsule of the day is coming in at 73.3 grams. So if you find that weight, perhaps you might get the same thing. Let's open it up and see what we get. Layer 1 down, layer 2 down. Before we check out what we got in our second capsule, let's take a look at the collector's guide. And as you can see, there are chicken nuggets in the series, there are french fries. I honestly don't have any of the chicken nuggets. I do have the biscuits, which I was quite happy when I got those. If you seen my last video for KFC, you will see me opening that. And here are a look at the other available items in the series. There are mashed potatoes and gravy, which I would love to get some of those today. I got a whole bunch of them in our first unboxing. And our second capsule, we actually got almost a complete double, which isn't bad because it's got a lot of hungry men to feed. But yeah, we got another unopened box of chicken. We got another bucket of original recipe chicken. We got another chicken sandwich. We got a second coleslaw, and our new addition to our KFC inventory is this little chicken wrap, which is totally adorable. Let's take a closer look at these miniatures. And here is a closer look at our adorable miniatures before these guys go to town on them. Totally giving the vibe that I am trying to get. Let me know what you guys think of these miniatures in the comments. Do you have any of these series? Do you like this series? Could they have done better? Let me know what you guys think. I am so curious. Now, what kind of host would I be if I gave people food and did not supply them with something to drink? So, to give these gentlemen something to wet their whistles, let's open this Make It Mini Happy Hour series. And in case you were wondering, this capsule does have a pinhole right next to the martini glass. So let's see what we can find with a pinhole next to the martini glass. Layer 1 down, layer 2 down. Let's take a look at the 12 miniatures that can be found in this series. And today we have received the bear stein. And as you can see, the bear stein comes with quite a few accessories. Comes with the actual keg, it comes with yeast, 2 cups, 2 coasters, a spoon, tongs, and a very nice wooden tray. Very cute. Loving the look of this series. I've had so much fun opening up the happy hour series. And let's take a closer look at our ingredients. And let's get our cups open so that we can get these men their beer. Now let's take a look at how we prepare this miniature. We're going to fill our beer up in our cup until maybe like 3/4 the way, and then we're going to give it a mix. Then we're going to add in our yeast. We're going to give it a mix, and then we're going to cure. So I think this looks pretty straightforward. Let's get to doing it. Now that we have our beer partially cured, we are going to now add our yeast to give it that nice frothy look. And now our final step after adding our yeast is to add a little more resin and give it a mix so that hopefully we get that frothy look. So let's see if we can get it. And now that we've given it a final cure, our beer stein is complete. And I have to say that this miniature is totally giving me accurate depiction vibes. Like, truly. I always say this, but Miniverse's attention to detail is beyond reproach. Like, they are definitely giving us exactly what we're looking for, and I'm here for it. And I'm sure these fellas are definitely eager to get to this beer and these chicken wings. So let them eat. And I want to thank you all for joining us today. And if you liked our Flava Doll review, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And let me know what you think in the comments. Len, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, hold up. Let me read that. What's up, babe? You ready, bro?
Yes, but I kind of have some bad news.
Well, what's up?
Well, I had made plans with the girls before you and I agreed to see each other today. We are going to an event together, so I can't really break my plans tonight.
So we're not going to show together tonight.
Possibly later, or maybe tomorrow night.
I gotta work tomorrow, so tonight's really my only night. Unless you just want to see me when I get back.
Well, unfortunately, you might have to wait until then, because I already made plans with the girls and I can't break them.
Wow, but you can make plans with me and break them.
I told you what was happening today and you came running. I didn't make plans with you today. You just kind of put yourself into my plans.
I really wanted to chill with you tonight. You know, time is not plentiful and I don't have a lot of it. I work a lot, I'm gone a lot, and I'm trying to spend time with you, but you kind of making it difficult.
I'm making it difficult. Well, how I figure it is this. Time is not infinite. I don't have but so much of it. And if I'm free, I have to try to fit you in, my mama in, my best friends in, my sister in. So, like, I'm going to need a little more understanding than you're being right now.
Understanding? I think I've been pretty understanding, Aries.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but I got to get ready to go. My Uber should be picking me up out front in a few minutes.
I could have took you where you needed to go.
I'm fine. I can get there. Have fun with your boys tonight, because I'm definitely going to have fun with my girls.
Alright then. Have fun. Don't let me keep you.
Red flags much?
Hey, Lynn, chillin' with us tonight, man.
Yeah, I guess I am. Girl done left me hanging.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, man. She wanna hang out with the girls tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Maro was telling me they go hang out, do some artsy-fartsy crap.
Thing like a sipping paint. Yeah, that's what teacher told me they was doing, sipping paint.
Well, guess we need to find something to do too.
Hell yeah, Linux, we got you, man. Let's roll, fellas, we out.
For real. Hell yeah.